Hey guys, welcome back to another war video for Season 40 War 4 versus PBT. The bans for this war are Spider-Man 2099, Kingpin, and Cosmic Ghost Rider. I will be joining with the team of Omega Red, Sabretooth, and another new rank 4 in Sorcerer Supreme. In Section 1, I'll be on Path 7, and then I'll be taking the Attuma on Node 23, followed by the Wong on Node 26. And then Section 2, I'll be on Path 7, and I'll also be taking the Ikaris on Node 47. And then for the mini-boss island, I'll be taking Sersi, Korg, and the Vision Aarkus boss. First up, we have Immortal Abomination. He does not benefit from these nodes at all, so Omega Red just going to absolutely rinse him. Putting down a combat regen to try and save some potions. Yeah, so Mortal Abomination is not playing too great into Omega Red's playstyle at the beginning. Eventually able to get up to 27, 26 boards on him. And he's just going to drop from here. So just going to back off and try to end with the full yellow bar. And then next up we've got Sasquatch. Once again, he doesn't really benefit from these nodes. He's immune to the armor break on knockdown, so he's not going to get any willpower from that. The biggest worry here is the damage reduction from the stacks of his Wrath of Tanarak, and also him going stun immune when he enters his rage. But we should be able to kill him before that ever happens, since it's a Section 1 fight with a lower health pool. And of course he throws his special one just as our degen expires. And once again, he throws it at just the perfect time. Lock in the spores, try to finish him with an SP2, but just not enough damage. Now we've got Attuma on Node 23. There is a White Magneto guidance placed here, so we don't have to worry about him shrugging off the stun and building his concussions. So the biggest worry here is just watching the root and watching Bubble Shield. Other than that, this is going to be a pretty quick fight. I guess the other worry is, since it's Power Focus 2, you could get hit by his Water Bomb, since it's relatively new and comes out pretty fast. And here I learned from the last time I tried to do a heavy while I was rooted and did not do it. And once again with these special ones while the degen is just about to expire, finish him off with an unnecessary special 2. Next up we've got Wong on the Hazard Shift Conflictor. We also get a White Magneto guidance pre-fight here, so we don't have to worry about Conflictor at the start of the fight. Other than that, the only worry is watching out for his heavy if you miss a parry. And if my play with Omega has been any factor, I will miss a parry and he will throw at least one heavy. There it is. So just back off, let some spores fall off. Another missed parry. Yeah, this was only a rank 3 Wong, so even if we didn't get the greatest spores at the beginning, it's not a big worry. This is just going to finish him off here. Then next up, we're going back to Path 7. We got a Scorpion. I don't think any of these Path 7 defenders actually benefited from the node, so... yeah, because Scorpion also doesn't shrug. So the biggest worry here is going to be him evading, but Omega Red is poison immune, so we don't have to worry about his debuffs. So yeah, just trying to get those close parries, but once again, failing at that. But yeah, lock in the spores and he's half dead, so this is pretty much over. And once again, with the special ones, as my degen is expiring. Don't punish that special there, just on the off chance he evades. Another really quick, easy Omega Red fight. And then next up, we've got a rank 3 Juggernaut. Biggest thing here is going to be just the flourish buffs from the global. The spores are going to bypass the protection because it's bugged. They might bypass it anyway. I'm not totally sure. I'd have to reread the protection node. I'm not sure if it reduces all damage or just attack damage. But while it's bugged, these spores do 100% damage. Lock in 29 spores and that's pretty much the end of this fight. Not a whole lot to say to these quick 30-second Omega Red fights. Finish them off with a nice special one here. And now we're going to have a pretty big mastery change to switch over to Sorcerer Supreme. The biggest issue here is going to be due to Aspect of Evolution. The neutralize from the attack tactic is only 100%, so there is a chance that buffs will start sneaking through as he builds power. I did have a special 3 defense boost on here, just in case anything gets out of control. Starting with a power start 1 to try and just keep him Fate sealed and neutralized as much as possible. I think the nullification aura is triggering his signature ability, giving me the energy vulnerability passives. Not totally sure if that's how it's working, but I'm not sure what else he would be immune to here. Just, throwing specials as soon as I see him start getting buffs. Doesn't really matter if I'm special 1, special 2, just throw it. Doesn't really matter in this fight which blessing I'm in. Yeah, finish that fight with a full yellow bar. And then next up we've got the Sersi on 48. My biggest worry here was exactly how return policy interacted with the attack tactic. The other one is going to be the missing in action where I get faltered every time a buff expires on her. You can see me thinking here, do I want to stick with Power Start 1 or just go to the invuln in case return policy gets out of control? I do end up going that route just to be as safe as possible. I am running max inequity, max despair. And of course she starts out with a heavy, because I missed the parry. Shocker. And there's the Fate Sealer, and she did get a little bit of power from return policy. It didn't seem to be the full amount she would have gotten normally, so I'm not entirely sure how that's interacting. And then just throwing my specials whenever I've got the opening, trying to keep the falter away from me. throw a special into her block because we're amazing. And there we finally get to intercept her with it. Remove the falter timer, get a nice big crit on our special 2. Finally get her to throw a special. She throws a Wild America Chavez style heavy out of nowhere, but luckily we were countering it with a special. Yeah, spending a lot of time here in the corner, just pretty much only using specials to try and back her up and deal damage. But yeah, Sorcerer's really safe, just nice and slow. I don't know why I tried to dex that. I could have just blocked it. I had the regen on block spell active, so I would have just healed it all up. But yeah, all this power is just allowing us to chain specials, get a nice crit there to finish it off. And then we have another mastery change to put recoil back on to take this Korg on 49. This is pretty much going to be the same as how I did it last war, the last time I took this. I did see a clip from Tom Jarvis where he was able to counter Korg's heavy by doing a light before the heavy. Part of me wanted to try that, but the smarter part of me said that's just not how I play. I'm not big on spacing. It's why I'm not big on Tigra. And whenever I try to do things that aren't my playstyle, I end up getting in trouble. So I just wanted to stay as safe as possible, play my style, and just, you know, kind of brute force him down. Get off a special 2 here to get the death field back up, but he's just not having it, so he's going to wait out the entire death field, wait out the poison, because he just wants me to take more damage. But yeah, he's going down. We're winning the health race. Just, you know, chipping him away. I could have countered that special, but I didn't have that many spores on him. Just decided to keep playing it straight up and just finish him off with basic attacks. Did finish with 50% health, not the greatest, but most of that was due to incinerates and the block damage that comes with it. And then finally one more mastery change for this Vision Aarkus, back with Sorcerer Supreme. Going to be going with another Power Start 1. The biggest worry I had in this fight was attacking Vision Aarkus when I was in Icon's Ingenuity, the purple blessing. Because every basic attack in that blessing gives me a power steal, and that gives Vision Aarkus another power gain buff, and if he's not neutralized, it could get out of control. So that's one thing I'm trying to keep an eye on. Ideally, I would be throwing all my specials with either the Fury or the Armor Blessing, just so I'm either applying armor breaks to him or I'm regenerating on block. But realistically, I'm just throwing my specials whenever he's got buffs or when I'm trying to just dump power. As long as he doesn't have buffs, I'm really not too worried about this fight at all. We're a minute in, he's down to 60% health, and I'm still at 100%. So it's just on me to not completely mess this up. Yeah, you can see I've got 7 slow blessings stored, which is not what you're really looking for in this fight, but it's just not going to hurt you. It's just going to be a little bit of willpower, and you're going to be having to throw more specials because you're not getting those armor breaks. I could have gone for a special 3 to bank and get the permanent armor break blessing, but once again, just trying to play it as safe as possible and just keep him from having any buffs. Get a pretty decent crit there. Yeah, just for a tons of specials. Now, if he has to hit my block, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to heal it right back up. Just completely under control. I think, yeah, no, 4%. He's not neutralized. Here's where you can see all those, power gain buffs. And I panic through a special 2. He's just wildly attacking into my special. If he did end up blocking that, I did have a special 3 to finish that off. So 10 fights up, 10 fights down this war. I did manage to get my 5th 100 plus solo streak. That was achieved after the Wong. So hopefully we can build on that. Thanks for watching.